Hey guys, Annie Figure Therapy here today, and we're gonna be checking out another figure, kind of. Actually, yeah, this is a figure, so what am I talking about? But yeah, so this is actually a company that I really wanted to talk about for quite a while. This company is called Furyu. They have been known in the past for making prize figures, but all of a sudden in the past couple years or so, like probably like the last 2 years, so pretty recent, they've jumped into the realm of like premium figures, so like scale figures. They have two different parts of like the company, I guess. One's called FNex, and the other one's like their regular Furyu. I do believe they still make like prize figures, but they're a little bit more pricey now. Like they do those noodle toppers. So if you are familiar with the noodle toppers, they do some of them. And then in terms of their FNex line, which I assume is their more like premium good line, because a lot of them do seem like they're very expensive, as well as they're very like pretty. But I kind of want to see how the quality like stacks up to that compared to other companies such as like Alter, Good Smile, you know, or I guess Aquamarine's not around anymore, but you know, like basically just Alter and Good Smile and like Kodo and whatnot. Let's kind of see like where they gauge from there. But yeah, so I actually have two of these today. I'll probably review the next one after this, but this one is officially by FNex, and it says licensed by Furyu. It is the 1/7 scale. I forget. There's specific. It's a Furisode Shima Rin from Yurucamp season 2. Yurucamp is one of my favorite like comfy animes, or I mean, it's kind of in the name, but like it's more so like in terms of if you want to turn your brain off, kind of like Nichijou, where it's very wholesome, it's just fun to watch. But yeah, so you know, Shima Rin is one of my favorite characters in the series, as well as Nadeshiko, and they just have such great personalities as well as great character designs. So this definitely was a really interesting statue to pick up. I picked mine up from HLJ. At the time they were having about like a sale on it, because it just came out like recently. It was about like $150. MSRP runs for around like the I'd say like 170 mark, just right around there. You can still get it for around like the 170 to 200 mark, which isn't that bad. So it does seem like it hasn't really appreciated in value as of right now, October 2021. But I don't know, with the FNex stuff, they're very all over the place, because sometimes they're very expensive and they just keep going up from there. But yeah, like for example, their Kana Kamui, which is like also in a kimono yukata situation. Yeah, like she's gone up astronomically, so it's kind of crazy. So I'm kind of curious to see what exactly is the hype behind these figures. So let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, I guess really quick before the box itself, what's cool is the box did come with a wrapper that you put around here. You can put it back in the wrapper when you're done, but that's always nice for figures that are full window boxes, because you don't have to get them all scratched up. There are some nice little blue accent lines here, some nice Japanese patterns, as well as some nice flowers here. The bottom just says Shima Rin, and it says Yurucamp. Yeah, Yurucamp down there. But yeah, so, and then also says Yurucamp right here. Yeah, so or never mind, that doesn't say Yurucamp right there. But this says Yurucamp. But yeah, so and what's cool is a nice flower background with, you know, a little classic kind of style, which I do like. The top part does have this as well, and then the back, same thing, just all your normal stuff, and the bottom just has nothing else. So yeah, so let's go ahead and take a peek. Yeah, in terms of like Yurucamp figures that are out there right now, I believe Fat has kind of like the monopoly on the market. They've done most of the Yurucamp figures, and their figures have been fantastic. Like a lot of the ones they do have, or I guess like the Nadeshiko that they did has a an LED gimmick, so that's really cool. I like how she has like her lantern that goes with it. This one is kind of just as is. I think the Kana Kamui that FNex did has a LED, so that's interesting if you're looking into that. But yeah, let's go ahead and pop it open. So as always, let's take a look at the base. So I will say that there also is a companion piece to go with this. You can buy the 1/7 scale Nadeshiko in Furisode Is it? Okay, yeah, never mind. But yeah, her Furisode version. But yeah, her base is interlocks with the Shima Rin base, so that's pretty cool. The base itself is nice. There's some nice detail on here. I like how, in addition to the black lining, the crevices in between the bricks are actually pretty deep, so it creates a natural shadow inside, which is very nice. I like that a lot. The texture on here is cool. It's very like moon landing sort of vibe, so you can kind of see how that is. But yeah, it's cool. Not really like any metal on here or anything. It's just plastic. And then let's go ahead and take a look at her little accessory. So she does come with a small accessory, which is here, let me see if I can cut it out. It's a little delicate, so I definitely recommend being a little careful with it. But it is a small arrow. Now, forgive me for not knowing the significance of the arrow. I assume this has to do with New Year's, and yeah, you know, I'm not even gonna try to guess the occasion, but yeah, let's just assume that she has a cool arrow. But yeah, so it's actually really pretty. I like it a lot. There's some nice detail right there. In terms of paintwork, like here, let's see if I can focus on this tiny thing. Focus. All right, let's see if we can reduce this. All right, that's a little better. But yeah, so you can kind of see how the paintwork is, how the quality of this one particular part is. It's pretty clean. I think it would have been nicer if there was a little black lining to cover up those red bleeding of the paint onto the white side. It would at least cover it up a little nicer. The striping on like this candy cane type striping on the actual bow part is actually nice too, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's a pretty nice piece. But now we get to check out the figures. So first off, first impressions, the figure does have a good heft to it, you know. It does feel pretty nice. Wow. In terms of material, it almost feels it doesn't feel like PVC. It should be PVC, but it almost feels like this part is actually hollow, so you can kind of feel the lack of weight on certain parts. But yeah, let's see. I wonder if I can take this off of her easily. I heard a rumor that you could take off like her whole lower body and look underneath, but we'll keep it wholesome for this one. But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, let's see. Let me try to at least get this this little piece off right here. I don't want to do it without like ripping it, but right, that's a no bueno. Okay, let's just get her on the base for now, and then we'll go from there. So alright, pegging her in. So there is that. Let's readjust the camera, take a closer look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it off and just at least try to be a little careful about it. The thing about like figures that have all these like patterns and graphics on it is that the trickiest thing is to not scratch those things, because they're basically like pad printed on there. So you know, they're not really painted per se. It's more just like decaled on there. So yeah, but taking a look at some of these details, oh, I like that. That's cute. I forget what the name of that in the show is. The caribou thing, I think. But yeah, so she has some really nice details. There is a semi-gloss finish on her yukata. Is it yukata? Yeah, I think this would be a yukata. Honestly, I think I need to finalize the difference between those two. Her skin does seem pretty alright. It's a little weird because her knuckles do look a little shiny. So, not too sure about that one. But, I mean, her face looks pretty good. It definitely does look like a good quality figure in, like, finishes on its own. Just because there's no mold marks. There's no, like, anything like that. I do wish the skin was matted down. So, maybe, like, a gloss or a matte coat over it. That would really bring out the, you know, difference between like the figure, or between a regular prize figure and in this particular figure. Let me double check. You know what? I totally realized that I need to check how to put this on. But yeah, so you just go ahead and slide it into her hand, and she just holds it. Huh? Okay, that's neat. Very interesting. But yeah, that's the figure right there. To be honest, let's get into the honesty portion. Is it worth the high price range it's asking? I'm not too sure, to be honest. If you like Yurucamp and you want something different of the characters, because the characters, they have nice wardrobes. I do like their outfits across the anime. So if you want something a little different from their camping outfits, I'd recommend this as a filler. But if you want specifically the camping ones, just go for the fat ones instead. This is really nice. It's a standalone piece, and I do like it a lot. But in terms of quality, at a like 100, let's just say at its original price at 170, I'm not too sure if 170 is all there. You know, I do think that it's a strong figure compared to some of the older kimono style figures, such as the Wahoo. Was it Kasumioka Utaha? Definitely take a look at that one. I believe that one was a little cheaper back then, and it has a lot more presence to it. This one is neat. I definitely do like it a lot. I like her expression. I do like the highlighting on her hair. It's very similar to how it is in the anime. A lot of the details are really well done, but definitely at the 170 mark, it's a little bit pushing it. I personally do think it's more of like a $20 less figure, so about like a 150 mark. But of course, you know, to each their own. And I will say though, it does look pretty cool, and I would definitely get the Nadeshiko if it was a lot cheaper or easier to find, just because they would look really well together. And hopefully in the future they do release more of them, so maybe like Enna or Chiaki or the last one, Aoi. Yeah. But yeah, real quick before I head off though, might as well show you guys how tall she is. She's actually about 8 inches tall, so that's a good size. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. This kind of was more like an opinionated review, just because of this is like kind of my first take on this figure company. So far, I think it's good, but I think they're still in their beginning steps, and they really have to dial in how far they want to go in terms of quality. Because I have seen some of their other figures, such as their like Babylonia ones from Fate, like the Ereshkigal and the Ishtar, and those look good, but at the same time, a lot of the details at that scale are missing. And I think this one in particular works because all the details are primarily focused on the printing on her actual kimono. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, and that's kind of where the gist of it is. But there is a still good amount of painted detail throughout her, especially with all the ribbons and all those little like pom-poms on her head, which there's no bleeding of the paint on that side at the very least, so that is pretty well done. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I definitely would recommend looking into this line and at least trying to own one of these figures, because they do seem pretty cool, and they have plenty of figures to pick from. I would actually recommend their Albedo figure, because that one looks pretty cool. But that's pretty much it, guys, and I'll see you guys at the next time.
そよ風に吹かれてお家に帰ろう夕日が沈むまで眺めてたかったけど走る君の背中そっと追い越したら手を振りながら微笑んで心までほころんだ揺られながら心地よい疲れが眠くなっても起きてたいこのままただいまゆっくりおやすみ少し寂しくて暖かい旅